All right, welcome everyone. I think we're live here from Lumberton, North Carolina. This game here between Virginia and South Carolina. This is Randy Guillory filling in for one of the guys on JockJive, so stand by for ball. And it's cloudy, overcast, guys, as you can see. And they're getting the final preparations ready, and they're about to start the player introductions here today. Let me quickly go over the starting lineups while I got a chance before all that starts. South Carolina will be the home team. So here's the lineup for Virginia, the visitors, today in their navy blue tops and white pants. Leading off at third base, number 25, Cohen Parsons. Batting second in the outfield, number 99, Gage Parks. Hitting third at shortstop, number 34, Chad Maddox. Batting fourth and catching, number 45, Colt Camp. Hitting fifth, second baseman, number 16, Jack Bender. In the sixth hole, first baseman, number 22, Emory Jones. In the seventh spot, in the outfield, number 30, Evan Powell. Hitting eighth and pitching, number 1, Zach LaFoon. Batting ninth, outfielder, number 7, Jacob Siemens. Hitting 10th in the outfield, number 39, Vaden Lyles. In the 11th spot, number 00, he's in the outfield, Kobe Powers. And batting 12th in the outfield, number 44, Christopher Walker. The coaches are Brian Nolan, David Clark, Joey Maddox, and Jeff Parks. And now, here is the starting lineup for South Carolina, also in navy blue tops and white pants. Leading off in right field, number 17, Johnny Carr. Batting second in center field, number 1, Peter Finstermaker. Batting in the 3 spot at first base, number 8, John Ontal. Batting in the cleanup spot, the shortstop, number 28, Grady Charrington Dunton. Batting fifth at second base, number 99, Will Chapman. Hitting in the 6th spot, third baseman, number 3, Jackson Richardson. Batting seventh and catching, number 5, Stone Bird. Batting eighth in left center field, number 50, A.J. Petro. Batting in the 9 spot, the right center fielder, number 15, Michael Dowling. Hitting 10th in right field, number 4, Brandon Espinoza. Hitting 11th in left center field, number 44, Drew Braymiller. And batting 12th and pitching, number 7, Joey Fontana. The coaches for South Carolina, John Ontal, Johnny Carr, Pete Fontana, and Alvin Espinoza. And there you have the starting lineups for both teams. And again, they're about to get ready here for the introduction of the players. So we're about ready to get things underway here in North Carolina. I keep wanting to say we're in South Carolina for some reason, but we are in North Carolina. So that is where we be at this moment in time. And checking some other stuff here while we wait. And we should be ready to go here momentarily. As again, we're waiting on the introduction of the players.
You good?
Hey, how do I find the commercials? Okay, so it'll just go down and it'll be sitting down here in the thing. Okay, got it.
And then you can just kind of click back and forth.
Got it.
You
Thanks.
good? You got live? You good?
I think so, yeah. All right, thanks, sir. Mr. Mike with JockJive, giving me some pointers here. Is first time running the software, so looking forward to it. And we're waiting again on the opening ceremonies to commence. And while they do that, let's take a little break. We'll be back. This is Dixie Youth Baseball on JockJive Sports.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories. Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Dixie Youth Baseball has now given over $1,240,000 to former Dixie Youth players in scholarships. Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program. Did you know a child may start in the Dixie program at or below age 6 and continue through age 19? Yes, there's an opportunity for youth 6 through 19 to enjoy baseball in Dixie. Dixie Youth, Dixie Boys, Dixie Majors. If your league is not a part of these baseball programs, contact a Dixie official for information and bring your child up in Dixie.
All right, welcome back to Lumberton's North Carolina.
Number 22, Ray Jones.
And now they're introducing the players, so we'll let you listen in.
Evan Powell. Number 1, Zach LaFoon. Number 7, Jacob Siemens. Number 35, Bannon Lau. Double 0, Colby Powers. And number 44, Christopher Walker. Coaches are Mr. Brian Nolan, Mr. David Clark, Mr. Joey Maddox, and Mr. Jeff Park. Introducing South Carolina.
Hey,
Number 17, Johnny Carr.
There's one that's a little bit wet, and there's 2 dry.
Number 1, Peter Fenstermaker. Number 8, John Montal. Number 28, Grady Sheraton Dutton. Number 99, Will Chapman. Number 3, Jackson Richardson. Number 5, Stone Bird. Number 50, A.J. Petro. Number 15, Michael Ford. Miller. And number 7, Joy Fontana. Your coaches, Mr. John Ontal, Mr. Johnny Carr, and Mr. Alvin Espinoza. Our umpires are Mr. Larry Hammond's home plate and Mr. J.D. Baxter field. Please remain standing for our invocation and national anthem.
Stand by for the playing of the national anthem.
Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day you've given us to play baseball. We just ask, Lord, that you keep everyone safe today during the games and on their way home this afternoon. Lord, we just ask that
Bakerfield.
All right, back here in Lumberton, and we're ready to play some baseball. And coming up to bat here in the top of the first inning. For Virginia will be Parson, Parks, and Maddox. Cohen Parsons to lead things off for Virginia here in the top of the first inning. In this winner's bracket contest. They were supposed to play yesterday, but was unable. Now we're going to have a hold up. They said, never mind, we got it going. So the winner of this game will play Louisiana at 2:30 Eastern Time this afternoon. The loser of this ball game will drop down and play Texas at 1 Eastern Time today. So got to get some games in as we got washed out last night. And unfortunately, there's another 90 or 80 somewhat % chance of rain today, and it's kind of cloudy right now. So let's keep your fingers crossed. We'll get this game underway. All right, here we go in the top of the first inning again. Leading off is Cohen Parsons. And we're ready to go. And he takes the first pitch. So one pitch and no strikes on the right-handed batting Cohen Parsons. Swing and a miss, and that evens the count. One pitch, 1 ball, 1 strike, or 2 pitches and 1 strike. There's a ground ball to the shortstop. Third baseman cuts it off. Up with it, throws across. Scooped up, but not in time. We're gonna give him a base hit on that one. So Parsons reaches first base with nobody out. And that brings up Gage Parks. Gage Parks wearing number 99. Runner at first with nobody out, and he takes the first pitch. So 4 pitches to go. 180 all around here at the field. Wind blowing in from right field slightly. Here's the next pitch. He grounds it foul at the plate, so it'll be 2 pitches and 1 strike on the right-handed batting Gage Parks. And there's a pop-up down the right side, foul territory, out of play. And there is a lot of room out there. Down each foul line, a ton of room between the bags and the fence on the sideline as well. And it goes all the way down. Still a lot of room in the corners down there, too. And we need a new baseball. That's going to happen a lot this morning, unfortunately, with the wet ground. Runner at first base with nobody out. Pitch is popped up in front of the plate. Catcher comes out. Cannot make the play. It's going to fall fair and runner to second base. And they have first and second with nobody out. That's one of those seeing eye singles. First and second now.
Number 34, Chad Maddox.
And we have runners at first and second with still nobody out. And that brings up the 3-hole hitter Maddox. Chad Maddox stepping into the batter's box. First and second, nobody out for Virginia. Swung on, he pops it up behind the mound. And it is caught behind the mound by the second baseman out there. Chapman, nice job. And there's one out.
Now batting number 45, Colt.
And that'll bring up cleanup hitter Colt Camp, the catcher. And swing and a miss, strike one. So runners remain at first and second. Here's a pitch fouled back by Camp. So 1 strike on Camp. No score. We're underway here in the top of the first inning. Scheduled for 6. in this winner's bracket contest. And waiting on the next pitch from the machine. Here it is. It's a high fly ball down the left side. That's going to go out of play past the third base dugout. Nice sliding attempt over there in left field by Fenstermaker as he came charging in, hit the knee, slid toward the fence, but the ball was over, out of play. 2 strikes now. Here's the next pitch to Kemp. He lets that one go by. This will be the 5th pitch, so he's got to swing at this one. And the coach drying the ball off. Here comes pitch number 5 to Kemp. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and there are now 2 outs.
Now batting is number 16, Jack Bender.
So 2 outs. Runners remain at first and second. Here is Jack Bender. Right-hander. Here's the pitch to Bender. He lets it go. 1 pitch and no strikes. Next pitch coming to Bender. And here it is. Swung on, line drive, base hit in the left field. And the left fielder fields it. Runner rounds third. They're sending him home. Throw goes into third. Virginia takes a 1-0 lead. They'll have runners at first and second. So an RBI single for Bender, and Virginia takes a 1-0 lead here.
With runners on first and second, batting now is number 22.
With 2 outs, and runners remain at first and second. And now up to bat is Emory Jones. Jones takes the first pitch. Call him AJ here in the background. There's a fly ball in the shallow center. It falls in. They'll throw it to second, not in time. And here comes a runner around third. He will score. So run scores. That's Parson. And it's 2-0 Virginia. And on the throw home, it gets away, and runners advance to second and third. So Virginia has struck here for 2 so far in the inning.
You can do it, buddy. Hey, get up close on that plate. Rip one. Knock the crap out of it. Let's go.
Here in the top of the first inning.
With runners on second and third, batting is number 30, Evan Powell.
So second and third with 2 outs. And Bird is at the plate. And he takes the ball. So Bird batting, wearing number 5, Stone Bird. Runners at second and third. And here's the pitch. Swung on a ground ball to third base. Third baseman scoops it up. He'll look to first, throws in time, and that'll retire the side. In the inning, though, they do pick up 2 runs on a couple of hits, and there are 2 left. After a half inning of play, it is Virginia 2 and North Carolina, or South Carolina, I should say, coming to bat here on JockJive Sports.
Sportsmanship is one of the goals of Dixie Youth Baseball. At times, we see good sportsmanship displayed by everyone, except for some adults. We feel that as adults, regardless of whether or not they're active in the program, they're supposed to set a good example. Everyone can do this as they sit in the stands cheering for their favorite team. Be a good example of sportsmanship. Yell for, not against a team. In this way, you can set a good example of sportsmanship. Fans are as much a part of the game as the umpires, so be a good fan by cheering for your team and not against the other.
All right, welcome back to Lumberton, North Carolina, and coming up to bat will be South Carolina for the first time today.
Number 17, Johnny Carr.
2-0 Virginia here in the bottom of the first inning. Carr will lead things off for South Carolina. Johnny Carr. Go to defense for you here in just a minute. Here comes the pitch on the way. And he takes one. It'll be Camp behind the plate. LaFoon is on the mound. Jones at first, Bender at second, Maddox at short, and Parson is over third base. On the infield for South Carolina. Or for Virginia. There's a ground ball, third base side. That is a foul ball. Foul ball. Umpire made a good call right there. Third baseman had booted it, but the umpire said, nope, that is a foul ball. And that was the correct call. So, there's a fly ball, drops in behind the shortstop, and that's going to be a base hit. So a little bloop single to the left side, and South Carolina has the lead man on. So Carr reaches on a bloop single, and that'll bring up Peter Finstermaker, left-handed batter, wearing number 1. Here's the pitch, and that is a ball. He lets it go by. Here comes pitch number 2 to Finstermaker. Swing and a miss. So 2 pitches now and 1 strike. Virginia up 2-0 after a half inning of play. South Carolina has the lead man on here in the bottom of the first inning. In a winner's bracket contest, the winner gets Louisiana. The loser gets Texas. Here's the next pitch. Grounded back toward the mound. It's booted by the pitcher, rolls to the right side, and everybody's safe. Throw goes to second, but not in time. So now they're going to have runners at first and second with nobody out. So first and second, no outs. 3-hole hitter coming to the plate now, and Ontow. John Ontow. Hope I'm saying that name right. Here's the pitch, popped up in the infield. First, the pitcher makes the call, and a basket catch. Oh, boy, nearly dropped that one, but a great play indeed by LaFoon. That's a nice play. So 1 out, and runners remain at first and second. And here is a cleanup hitter, Grady Charrington Dunton. Dunton grounds one to the shortstop. Shortstop has it. He tags the runner going by for the out. Or did he call him safe? Called him safe. He said they never touched him. So now they're upset. That'll go as a fielder's choice, and the bases are loaded. Looked like he tagged him from here, but we don't have the angle. And so these Virginia people not happy because they don't think the umpire had the had the angle either. So they're going to go out there and talk about that one. The base is going to be loaded for South Carolina with nobody out. So the South Carolina coach is discussing something with the home plate umpire. But he's happy on that side because the runner's rule safe, I think. The Virginia coach went out and talked to the base umpire, but to no avail. So the bases remain loaded. And now up to bat is Chapman. Will Chapman, right-handed batting second baseman. He takes one, so 1 pitch and no strikes. 2-0 Virginia, but South Carolina has them loaded with nobody out. Here's the pitch. Line to drive. That's going to be a base hit into center field. Knocked down by the short fielder. 1 run is in. Here comes another runner around third. He'll score, and they'll have him at the corners. Now another runner. Nope, they'll hold him up. Now here comes the runner home, and they'll throw to second. He's going to be safe at second base. So 3-run score on that. Wow. So it's going to, wait, hold on. They're going to make the runner go back, I think. So the pitcher had the ball in the circle, and that's what they're saying. And he did. So I don't know, at some point you got to kill the ball. So they'll have runners now at first and third. So only 1 run comes in after all that mess. So runners at the corners, and we are are waiting to see what transpires out of all this. Meantime, the score is tied at 2 apiece with 1 out. So runners at first and third. So runners at first and third. And we're in a 2-2 ball game. And it'll be Richardson stepping up to the plate. Jackson Richardson, right-handed batting third baseman, swinging a miss, strike 1. So 1 pitch and 1 strike. And there's a swing and a miss.
Hey, boys, let's play right here. Let's go.
So Richardson at the plate. There's a pitch. Turn the mic down. And Richardson still in the box here. 2-2 ball game again. Runners at the corners. Here's the next pitch to Richardson. Line drive. That's going to be into left field for a base hit. That'll score another run. They throw it into second, safe. So a single, and it's 3-2. South Carolina. And that'll bring up Stone Bird. Right-handed batting catcher, wearing number 5. Runners at first and second, still only 1 out. And there's a fly ball in the shallow center field. It can't be caught. And runners will advance. The bases will be loaded, but the runner at third, he'll stop to get it into the pitcher's circle. So that'll be a single by Bird. So they're loaded up. It's still only 1 out for South Carolina, and that'll bring up A.J. Petro.
With bases loaded, batting now, number 50, A.J. Petro.
And here's a text. Let's go, Lunenburg. Landon and Caden Parker are cheering you on. And there's a pitch. That is takes it. Let's go, Lunenburg. Landon and Caden Parker are cheering you on. Okay, I got that one twice. Again, if you'd like to send some shout-outs, the number's 318. It's above your scoreboard there. 318-229-7255. I'll get to them as soon as I can. There's a pitch, probably during one of the breaks. Swing and a miss, so stand by for those. A.J. Petro at the plate. Runners are around the bags here. They're loaded up. And here's the next pitch to Petro, swinging a foul ball.
Hey, Coach, grab the next one, buddy. You got him ready. You grab the next one. Okay. Don't jump on it. Wait on it. Hit it.
So Petro remains in there with him loaded up. There are 2 strikes, however. Does have 2 pitches remaining, says the umpire. Next pitch on the way. And now he'll be down to his 5th pitch. So you'll have to swing at this one. He pops it up down the third base line. That's in foul territory. And did they catch it? No, they did not. Good try out there by a little left fielder for Virginia, and that was Evan Powell. He did it, gave it all he could, but could not get there. So here's the next pitch on the way. Ground ball hit hard. That's a base hit in the left field. Gets by the left fielder. 2 runs are going to score. The runner from first will stop. Now they throw the ball, missed the cutoff man, and the runners will advance to second and third. And South Carolina has increased its lead now to 5-2 with runners at second and third and still only 1 out. There's Michael Dowling. Left-handed batter for South Carolina. Here's the pitch. Ground ball toward the shortstop. Shortstop scoops it. Goes under his glove. That's going to score 2 more runs as the throw goes into second base. And South Carolina is rolling here. It is now 7-2 here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's Espinoza. The right fielder, right-handed batter, wearing number 4. Timeout, Virginia. So you're going to have a powwow out there. Let me see if I can go get him. Lunenberg from the Word family. And here's Go Colt, number 45, and Lunenberg bring that trophy home for South Hill, Pawn Shop, and Bubba. Well, they're giving it all they got, folks, and it's looking pretty good right now, I got to tell you. And anyway, here we go. Espinoza steps up to the plate. A runner at first base. With only 1 out. And that's the 4th pitch to Espinoza. Or he got 4 left, I should say. There's a fly ball in the left field. It is over the left center fielder's head. It's rolling out there, but it doesn't roll far on that wet ground. The runner from first is going to try for 3. Here comes the throw. They got a chance. He's out, I believe. Yes, he is. So a nice relay out there in the outfield by Virginia, and they tagged the runner out at third base for out number 2. And they'll be left now with a runner at second base with 2 outs. 7-2, South Carolina remains on top. Here's Braymiller. 11th man to bat in the inning for South Carolina. Here's the pitch. He lets it go, and it's 1 pitch and no strikes. Drew Braymiller. Here's the next pitch to Braymiller. Swung on, he hits it right back to the mound. Gets by him. Second baseman has it, but he falls down. And here comes a runner around third. He never slowed down. He will score. Now they throw it home, and that's going to allow the... Now we're going to allow the other runner. He's still running to third. He'd have been safe anyway. Oh, wait, did he call him out or not? Because he did not slide. They said catcher's interference. I thought you had to slide coming into home plate, but I might be wrong about that. But he did not slide. He ran over the catcher. Whether he was blocking the plate or not, he did not slide, but they're going to call runner or catcher's interference, so it's 8-2. And, of course, that does not make the Virginia people very happy, which I don't blame them on that one. Because there was no attempt to slide. On the other hand, the catcher was blocking the base pad. So in the meantime, it's 8-2 South Carolina. And they batted around here in the first inning. Here's Joey Fontana. Here comes a pitch to Fontana, and he fouls it back. 1 pitch and 1 strike. On Joey Fontana. And there comes the ball coming in the home plate. Now there comes the next pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Strike 1. Runner third, 2 outs for South Carolina here in the bottom of the first inning. They batted around, scored 8 runs to this point. Next pitch, ground ball toward the shortstop. He has it, he's up, he throws in time, and that'll retire the side. But a huge inning for South Carolina. They pick up 8 runs and they leave 1 on base after 1 complete inning of play. Your score is South Carolina 8 and Virginia 2 here on JockJive Sports.
Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling.
All right, here we go. Back here at Lumberton, South Carolina. And right now, the wind is calm, and so far no rain, which is good after yesterday. Here's another text. Let's go Lunenburg. Defense from Ron and Anita. Let's go Zachary, Jacob, and Benjamin are cheering you on from Virginia. Hello, Virginia. Hello, South Carolina. Pitch swing in a minute. Strike one. On LaFoon, leading off the inning for Virginia, and he takes one low. And there's the next pitch. He swings and misses. For one strike. And there's a shot up the middle. That's a base hit for LaFoon. They throw it over the first baseman's head. And he is safe at second base on the air. And now they throw it across the diamond. Everybody stays where they are. Here in the top of the second inning. So Virginia trying to answer here in the second inning. And here's Siemens at the bottom of the order for South Carolina. Jacob Siemens stepping into the batter's box. And he rips one down the left field line. That is a foul ball. So a strike. And we wait on the next pitch. And that's a swing and a miss. So another strike. On Siemens. Read him. That pitch is high. And the next pitch coming. Runner at second base, nobody out for Virginia. Ground ball to third. That is a fair ball under the third baseman's glove. Runner heads to third. From second, he's safe as the throw is overthrown. And down to second base goes the hitter. They throw down to second. He's safe. And now the runner from third will score. And it's 8-3, and they throw it away again. And now the runner's headed to third. Oh, boy, they got a chance at him this time. He's going to be out at third base. It's a nice throw on the recovery there by South Carolina's catcher Bird. So there will be nobody on base. South Carolina coach out there talking to his kids out there. So there's one out, nobody on. And an 8-3 ball game. It'll be Lyles coming up the bat for Virginia. See what he can come up to. Here's another text. Says, let's go, Virginia. Good luck, South Carolina. We're rooting you from CW. And let's go, Zachary. Jacob and Benjamin are cheering you on from Virginia. Great hit, Zachary. Again, if you got a shout-out, 318-229-7255. You can see it on top of the scoreboard there on your screen. All right, here is Lyles. Faden Lyles, and he takes one. Faden Lyles, right-handed batter for Virginia, and he lets that one go. So it's 2 pitches and no strikes. So he's got 3 pitches left. Lyles represents the 10 spot in the batting order. Swing and a miss. 2 pitches left with 1 strike. Coach has to dry the ball off again. Here's the next pitch. That one, he's hit to the third base side, and third baseman knocks it down, but he throws first anyhow, too late. That'll be a base hit. So runner at first now with one out. Here's Colby Powers, number 00, right-handed batter for Virginia. Here's the next one that's high, or the first pitch, I should say, is high. Next pitch coming, ground ball to the left side. Scooped up, throw to second in time for the out. The relay to first, not in time. Nice turn over there at second base by Chapman, but not quite in time. Ball wasn't quite hit hard enough to turn a double play. 2 outs now. And coming up to bat will be Christopher Walker, and he lets that one go. Walker, right-hander, wearing number 44 on his jersey. Ground ball to third. Third baseman up with it. He'll go to second for the force, as that's in time. And that will retire the side. But for Virginia here in the third, they do pick up a run. And 1 man left after an inning and a half. It's South Carolina 8 and Virginia 3. You are watching the Dixie Youth World Series here on JockJive Sports.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories.
All right, Randy Guillory back here in Lumberton, North Carolina, here on JockJive Sports, filling in for the other guys. And South Carolina comes to bat here in the bottom of the second inning with an 8-3 lead. Carr leading things off. The top of the order for South Carolina. They batted around in the first. And here's a pitch to Carr, and he pops that one up third base side, foul territory, not high enough for anybody to get to it, however. So 1 strike on Johnny Carr. Carr steps back in. And here comes the next pitch. Ground ball toward the shortstop. Second pitcher, rather. He knocks it down, but unable to make the play. So that'll be we're going to give him an infield single on that one. Tough play for the pitcher, trying to navigate through the machine and all that good stuff. And that'll bring up Peter Finstermaker, left-hander. For the second time in the ball game, he reached his first time up. And here comes the pitch to Finstermaker. Swing and a miss, strike 1. No, second. Here's a pitch, swinging a pop-up down the third base line. That's trouble. If it's fair, and it is fair, just inside the line, just outside the dirt. And that's a base hit, so now they can have runners at first and second with nobody out. Will South Carolina. Yeah, that brings up number 8, John Untitled. Right-handed batting first baseman. So South Carolina looking to add to their 8-3 lead here. And waiting on the pitch. And here it is. Popped him up, third base side, shortstop under it, and he makes the catch for the first down. One out now to bring up Grady Charrington-Dunton, the cleanup hitter. South Carolina shortstop.
Batting number 28, Grady Charrington-Dunton.
8-3, South Carolina on top. And here's the pitch to Charrington-Dunton, and he lets that one go by. So one pitch and no strikes. Waiting on the next pitch. Here it comes. Ground ball, hard hit to the shortstop. He has it. He'll throw to third in time for the force out. So they get the out at third base for out number 2. Nicely done.
Now batting number 99, Will Chapman.
By the Virginia shortstop, Maddox. Nice play. Here's Will Chapman, the South Carolina second baseman. And he lets that one go by for one pitch and no strikes. You correct us. There's a fly ball out there into, gets by the right center fielder. And one run will score. Here comes another run around the score. And it's now 10-3. And they'll have runners, a runner at second base.
Now batting number 3, Jackson Richardson.
There are 2 outs, however. Here in the bottom of the second inning. Pitch is taken. So one pitch and no strikes on Richardson. Jackson Richardson, right-handed batting third baseman. He's been a busy man over at third base this morning for South Carolina. Here's the next pitch, swing and a miss. Boy, that cool breeze feels nice. These kids may have to play a possible 3 games today, so they need the cloud cover, just not the rain. It's been mighty hot in the last couple of days. There's a high drive. That boy, he hit that one a ton. That might have been out of here if he'd straightened it out, fouled it all to the left side. Richardson squared that one up. Coach comes over to the umpire, wants a new ball to throw. Coach Untitled. And he drives the ball. And here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. And he struck him out. That retires the side. So, we now head to the top of the third inning. It is South Carolina 10 and Virginia 3. You're watching the Dixie Youth World Series on JockJive Sports.
Every league in Dixie Youth Baseball sets their sights each year on the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series. In August, champions in the Majors Division, the AAA Division, or the O-Zone Division from each state compete for the #1 position in Dixie Youth Baseball. Why not combine your vacation with a week of championship youth baseball at the Dixie Youth World Series?
All right, welcome back to Lumberton, North Carolina. We go to the top of the third inning. Virginia will come to bat, trailing South Carolina 10-3. Got a few more shout-outs coming. Go Gage Parks from Cruz Meadows. And good luck, Lunenburg. Play hard. We're proud of you. From the teachers and staff at Cambridge and Victoria Elementary Schools. Oh, boy, they get to go home and go to school. Tell the I got it right, guys. That was my bad. I'm doing the score, too, by the way. Let's go Lunenburg defense from Ron and Anita. And let's go Lunenburg from Nini and Pawpaw. Let's go Lunenburg from the Word family. Let's go Lunenburg. Let's play some defense from Peanut. And one more this time. Let's go LBC. We're rooting you on in Victoria from Tissy, Hollywood, and Eli, Chrissy, and Mathis, and Chrissy Mathis. All right, here we go. Virginia batting here in the top of the third inning, down 10-3. And Parsons, Cohen Parsons, the top of the order, is up for Virginia.
4 left.
4 pitches left, as you heard the umpire. Here's the next pitch. Swung on, line drive, foul, third base side. So 3 pitches and left, and 1 strike on the hitter Parsons. Boy, it's getting humid, I'll tell you. That breeze left. Here's a pitch, swing and a miss. 2 strikes on Parsons now, with 2 pitches to go.
2 left, 2 strikes.
That was the umpire. You can hear in the background. Next pitch, he lets that one go. So this will be his last pitch. Got to swing at it.
Hit it hard, somebody.
And the coach drops it in the machine, and he hits a line shot. That is just foul down the third base line. Tell you what, Richardson almost snagged that when he laid out for it, but his glove was in foul territory when he touched it. Again, the 5th pitch on Parsons. Nobody out, nobody on here in the top of the third inning. Next pitch on the way, swung on. There's a fly ball down the left field. Caught! Out there in left field. That was a nice catch by South Carolina out there in left field. Nice play. Went right to him. He really didn't have to move a whole heck of a lot. Outstanding job in left field. And that's Finstermaker out there who made the catch. So there's 1 out. And that brings up Gage Parks. And then he takes the first pitch, 1 pitch and no strikes. Waiting on the next one. Pitch number 2, foul down the right field line, out of play. 2 pitches and 1 strike on Parks. We can deal with the humidity, though, as long as that old sun don't come out here in Lumberton. Here comes the next pitch to Parks. Grounded to the right side. Second baseman charges, scoops it up. Easy play to first in time. Made that one look easy. Over there at second base did Will Chapman. 2 down, nobody on for Virginia.
Number 34, Chad Maddox.
Here's shortstop Chad Maddox stepping to the plate for Virginia. Two outs, nobody on. And here in the top of the third inning. And 4 pitches to go. Ground ball direct to the pitcher on 1 hop. Throws it over in time, and it's 3 up and 3 down. Here in the third inning for Virginia, after 2.5 innings of play, it's South Carolina 10 and Virginia 3. You're watching the Dixie Youth World Series on JockJive Sports.
What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game. And all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations do, and it allows each baseball player to be an active participant. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the child. They just want to belong, and Dixie Youth Baseball sees to it that they do by making this a regular rule. We think this is a step in the right direction, the child's direction.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the third inning.
Leading off for South Carolina is number 5, Stone Bird.
It'll be Bird to lead things off for South Carolina. 7, 8, 9 spots. Stone Bird to lead things off. And here's the pitch to Bird. Foul straight. Uh-oh, there goes the camera to the ground. So we're going to try to fix that thing back. So stand by. You can hear the audio, though. That's going to stay on, but I'm going to have to get over there and try to. That foul ball, of all places, right on the camera. So we're going to try to get that fixed back for you. And there's a pop-up in the center field, and it's caught. So there's one out. We'll get it back for you.
Now batting number 50, A.J. Petro.
And trying to get it done for you. South Carolina State Director's out here working on the camera, trying to adjust it. But at least you can see something. That'll do it for now. We'll fix it between innings. That foul back nearly got it again. Petro at the plate for South Carolina. Nobody on with one out here in the bottom of the third. Next pitch, swinging. There's a fly ball down the left field line. That is a fair ball right on the line. Gets by the left fielder. That's at least a double. He heads to second. He rounds second. The throw comes in to second. He'll stop there with a double. So Petro strokes one in the left field. He's on second base with one out, and that'll bring up Michael Dowling.
Now batting number 15, Michael Dowling.
Needs to go this way and down. Here's Dowling. Grounded to the short on one hop. He's going to go to first in time of the out. The other runner comes around third. He's not stopping. He got to play at the plate, but it gets away from the catcher. Run scores. So South Carolina takes an 11-3 lead now. There are two outs
Now batting number
here in the bottom of the third inning. So 11-3, and just wait, we'll get it. And here's Espinoza. And he lets it go by, one pitch and no strikes. And waiting on the next pitcher. Still working on the camera, folks, so stand by. There's a pop-up in the infield. Shortstop is under it, and he waits for it, and he's got it. And that retires the sides. But South Carolina does pick up another run to take an 11-3 lead as we head to the top of the fourth inning here in Lumberton. You are watching the Dixie Youth World Series on JockJive Sports, and we're still working on the camera, trying to get it back to some semblance of a picture. Let's go, boys. You got this from the French family. Great job on third, number 25. Let's go, Lunenburg. And I'll get back to that one here in just a second. The wind blew my stuff all over the place. Let's go, Lunenburg from Timmy's Grocery. Let's go, Lunenburg. I'm cheering for you, Christopher and Jacob from Bevel's. That's from Courtney Daniels. You can do this, Lunenburg, from Ron and Anita. Let's go, Lunenburg, from Nene and Pawpaw. And you can do this, Lunenburg, from the Maddox family. Go Gage Parks. That's from Cruz Meadows. Do y'all do the DYB Majors Tournament? Oh, yes, they will be doing the Dixie Youth Majors Tournament next week. Let's go, Lunenburg, Virginia. We're cheering you on from Victoria, from Sophia Z and her family. And there's a ball, so one pitch and no strikes. Yeah, that's as good as it's going to get for now. Excuse me. Swing and a miss, strike one. As we begin the top of the fourth inning. Swing and a miss. And that's Colt Camp. Actually, Bender batting is it was a strikeout by Kemp, so one out and nobody on. And there's a foul. That'll do for now. So hopefully that'll stay for you guys, as we got it as good as we can get it in the situation we are in here. So thank you all for your patience. Now we'll get back to my seat. Next pitch coming on Bender, and he pops it up behind the plate, but out of play. One out, nobody on. For Virginia here in the top of the fourth inning. Next pitch swung on, that's foul back. Next pitch to come. And there's a pop-up to the shortstop side. Left fielder comes in, and he makes the catch. Left center fielder, actually, nice play. Nicely done. Out there in the shallow left field by Drew Braymiller. It's 2 outs. Here in the top of the fourth inning. Here's Amaray Jones in the box for Virginia. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second base. Got it on one hop. Nice play. Throws him out. Chapman did, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for South Carolina's defense. So we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. And your score is South Carolina 11 and Virginia 3 here on JockJive Sports.
Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling.
Back we are here in Lumberton, North Carolina, and South Carolina comes to bat here in the bottom of the fourth inning, leading by a score of 11-3. And if South Carolina can put 2 runs up here, the game would end early by the 10-run rule. So Virginia's defense is going to have to clamp down here to keep this game going and give themselves a chance to come back as we get ready to begin the bottom of the fourth inning. And waiting on the, I think it's Braymiller getting his batting gloves on as he's coming to the plate. So 11-12-1 for South Carolina. Here's Braymiller. Made that catch out in left center just a moment ago. Here's the pitch. And he lets it go. 1 pitch and no strikes. Here comes the pitch. He bounces it to the mound. Pitcher off the mound has it. He's got to hurry. Throws in time. One gone.
Batting is number 7, Joey
And
Fontana.
nice job there by Zach LaFoon. Here's Fontana, Joey Fontana. There's one out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch to Fontana. Popped him up. Pitcher under it. LaFoon, and he's got it. 2 down. Nice play on his knee. Now to bring up top of the order, Johnny Carr with 2 outs.
Johnny Carr.
11-3 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And here we go. Lets it go by. 1 pitch and no strike. Here comes the next pitch. Fly ball in the shallow left field. Caught! What a catch out there in left field, a shoestring catch. And that retires the side, so Virginia does what they got to do. They put together a 3-up and 3-down inning. And that retires the side. We go to the top of the 5th inning, and it's 11-3 in favor of South Carolina here on JockJive Sports.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories.
All right, and here's the pitch, and it takes it for ball. And it's Kobe Powers. No, Powell actually batting. Evan Powell's one made that great catch in left field a moment ago. And oftentimes you make a great play like that and you lead off the inning, and he's getting that chance right now, Evan Powell. So 7, 8, 9 spots for Virginia here in the top of the 5th inning. Powell, LaFoon, and Seamans. Or Seamans, however they say it. There's a pitch. And we have 2 strikes now as Powell swings and misses. Here comes the next pitch. And he lets that one go by. Powell still has 2 strikes on him, though. And here's the next pitch. Fly down the right field line, foul. As they throw the ball in, I'm sure it's going to be good and wet. They really did do a good job getting these fields ready to play because it rained a lot yesterday afternoon. Not sure if it rained last night or not. Here's the next pitch. Popped up first base side, foul territory. It is caught. Nice running catch there by Untitled over in foul territory. So 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Got to bring up Zach LaFoon. LaFoon steps in. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Here's the next pitch. He bounces that one towards third. Third baseman cuts in front of the shortstop, rifles it. He got him. Outstanding defensive play right there. I tell you what, on both ends, Richardson a nice throw, and Ontal a nice stretch over there at first base to keep his foot on the bag on the 5-3 putout. And there's a ground ball off the pitcher, ricochets to the shortstop. Seaman's running hard. They throw it over there anyway. Oh, he got him, or did they? Nope, he's off the bag. First baseman, another scoop by Ontal. Outstanding job there. And a good job over there at shortstop by Richardson just to make that close. So Virginia now keeps the inning alive. They have a runner at first base with 2 outs. Lyles will be up to bat. Faden Lyles for Virginia. Will be up to bat when we resume. The South Carolina coach went and talked to the first base umpire about that last play. Way to go, Evan. Let's go, Lunenburg, from your buddy Ellis Mathis. And also, let's go, LBC. We're rooting you on in Victoria from Tizzy Hollywood and Eli Chrissy Mathis. Line shot over the pitcher's head. Shortstop has it. And it gets by there. They throw to second, and they get to force. And that'll retire the side. So, for Virginia, in the top of the 5th inning, no runs on no hits, and they leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And your score, South Carolina 11 and Virginia 3 here on JockJive Sports. And let me get some of these shout-outs to you here while we have a between innings. Okay, we got a final of coach pitch. Virginia 4, Texas 3. Texas has been eliminated from the coach pitch tournament, so Virginia stays alive with a 4-2 win. Next door. Go Christopher Walker and Team Virginia from Nanny and Paul. And way to play defense, Lunenburg. Rhea Booth is rooting for you. Hope I said that right. Heads up, Lunenburg. Big Sticks. Longwood is cheering you on. Let's go, Lunenburg. Landon and Caden Parker are cheering you on. And let's go, Lunenburg again. Landon and Caden Parker. Okay, I said that one already. Let's go, Lunenburg. Defense from Ron and Anita. Also from Nini and Pawpaw. You can do this, Lunenburg, from the Maddox family. Fight for it, Lunenburg, from the Maddox family. Go Stonebird from Heather Minich. We'll get to some more here in a minute as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. And South Carolina comes up to bat here, leading 11-3, waiting on the umpire to turn us loose. And here's the first pitch. He lets it go by. 2, 3, 4 spots up here for South Carolina. Fenstermaker is in the batter's box, the left fielder. Here's the pitch, and he fouls that one back. See that? I need to turn it slightly to the left. See that? There's a ground ball to shortstop. He's got it. He'll throw to first in time. That's a nice stretch over there at first base. Outstanding job by Jones over there at first base to keep the foot on the bag. So 1 out, nobody on for South Carolina. Here's Onal stepping into the batter's box. Ontal, a rather ground ball to shortstop again. He's got it. Throws across, and that one gets by the first baseman, Jones. Trickled away, and the runner will stay at first base. Nearly another outstanding play, almost a carbon copy of the previous play, but this time unable to hang on to the ball was Jones. Here's Grady Charrington-Dunton, right-handed batting shortstop for South Carolina. 1 out, a runner at first base. And here comes the pitch. Hit up the middle on the ground, and that's going to be a base hit. And the runner just never stopped. He's headed to third. And he is safe over there at third base. So the runner's at the, well, now the runner's, nope, dead ball. Runner will go back to first base. So they got him at the corners. South Carolina.
First and third, batting number
Here's second baseman Will Chapman.
Will Chapman.
Right-hander for South Carolina. Here's the pitch to Chapman. Lets that one go. A pitch and no strike. And here's the next pitch. Line drive in the right center field. It is off the glove of the right fielder. A run's going to score. Other runner rounding and headed to third. He's going to be safe at third base. And the other runner to second. Slid under the tag over there, did Charrington Dunton. So they'll have runners now at second and third. And they need one run here.
Now batting is number 3, Jackson.
It's now 12-3, South Carolina. And up to bat is Jackson Richardson. And here's Richardson standing in. Popped up. That's out of play. Strike one on Richardson. We're in the bottom of the fifth inning, a 12-3 South Carolina lead. Had to get the ball out of the mud, clean it up. In fact, he's going to have to get another. All right, Richardson steps back in. And here's the next pitch. He lets that one go. 3 pitches left, says the umpire. Richardson stands back in. And here comes the next pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes. 2 pitches left, 2 strikes on Richardson. And he steps out for a moment. Now he's ready. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Goes Richardson. That'll bring up Bird. Stone Bird. So, Virginia had their infield all in the grass, and they're telling them to back up a little bit. And there's a fly ball down the right field line, but foul. 1 strike on Bird. Virginia knows they cannot give up this run or the game will end, so they're doing everything they can. Hoping for a pop-up or a ground ball right at somebody, because they're going to have to go to first with it. Here's the pitch. Popped up behind the plate, but it's not high enough for the catcher to catch up with it. Come to find out it was high enough. It got stuck on the net above us here. Yesterday, there was about a half dozen balls up there. Finally got him down. Here's the next pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. He's got it. Got a chance to throw him out, throw to first. He's got him. And Virginia hangs on here to the top of the 6th inning we go as South Carolina leads it by a score of 11-3 here on JockJive Sports.
We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution and by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the Scholarship Fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. Thanks to you, it's working.
All right, welcome back. Top of the 6th inning, last chance for Virginia as they trail South Carolina by a score of 11-3. And here comes Virginia up to bat. It'll be Powers to lead things off. And he lets the first one go by. So 11-12-1. Powers, Walker, Parsons due up here for Virginia. There's a ground ball. That's a swinging bunt down the third base line. Richardson has it. He fires. I think he got him. Yes, he did. Outstanding defensive play there by Richardson at third base. One out. Didn't think he had a chance to throw him out as the ball was barely rolling, but he did a good job. That'll bring up Christopher Walker. Lets the first one go by. One pitch and no strikes. It's 12-3. I said 11-3. Of course, you can see the score on the scoreboard. A 12-3 Virginia, or rather South Carolina lead here. And here's the next pitch to Walker. Fly ball foul down the left field line. That's going to go out of play. Nice diving try again out there by Fenstermaker. But he couldn't get there. Here's the next pitch. Ground ball. That is a foul ball. Over to the left side. 2 strikes on Walker. Next pitch swung on, another fly ball. That's foul again. Way out in front is Walker, but staying alive. Go Lunenburg, Hold'em, Ray and Cindy Clark. May not be able to get to all these guys. Trying a special shout out to Emery Jones, number 22 from Grandpa Paulette. Keep fighting, Lunenburg. Another final, North Carolina 7. Arkansas 1. That's in coach pitch as well. Arkansas has been eliminated. Come on, Virginia, you can do this. That's from Devin Baldwin. Here's the next pitch to Walker. Grounded to third. That's a fair ball. Richardson can't scoop this one up in left field. So Virginia has a base runner with 1 out here in the 6th inning. So a runner at first base. And lets that one go by. 1 pitch. And no strikes on Parsons. He flies one down the left side out of play. Walker at first base for Virginia with 1 out here in the 6th inning. Good luck, Lunenburg. Proud of you for representing the state of Virginia. That's from Wallace Auto Parts. And there's a shot just over the glove of the shortstop. Safe at second base on the force. That's a base hit. Good hustle over there at first base by Walker. Otherwise, it ended up being a fielder's choice. Here's the next one. Takes it. 1 pitch, no strikes. Go Colt, number 45, and Lunenburg bring that trophy home from South Hill Pawn Shop and Bubba. Go Colt, Camp, and Lunenburg from Spruill's Seamless Gutters in Blackstone, Virginia. There's a ground ball to third. Richardson's going to tag the runner going by for out number 2. Nice play, heads-up play by Richardson over there at third base. So Virginia's down to their last out here in the 6th inning. The winner of this one will play Louisiana at 2:30 this afternoon Eastern Time. The loser will play Texas. They're going to turn around and play at 1 Eastern, so they'll get about an hour or so to rest, and that's it. Hour and a half, maybe. Here's the next pitch on the way. And it's taken, so 1 pitch and no strikes. And here's the next pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle, and it's in the center field. Throw to second in time for the force, and the ball game is over. And South Carolina advances into the winner's bracket. So a final score here. In this one, it's South Carolina 12 and Virginia 3. And again, Virginia will drop down the loser's bracket, and they will take on Texas at 1 Eastern. And South Carolina will play Louisiana at 2:30 Eastern here on Field 4. And let's see what's coming up next here on Field 4, an 11:30 start. It'll be Georgia and Tennessee. Another winner's bracket contest coming up next here on JockJive Sports. So stand by for that. We'll have more baseball coming your way. In the meantime, that's going to do it. I'll be back here in a little while with the next game in about 15 minutes here on JockJive Sports.